What is up, mad reviewers? It is Ryan again, and I am finally back with another mad review, and today I'm going to be reviewing the TV show Lost. The reason I'm going to be reviewing this is because I just finished it like a month or two ago, and I found it really intriguing, and I wanted to share my thoughts with you guys. So obviously, if you're watching it right now or are planning on watching it, I would exit out of this video because there will be a lot of spoilers, and another reason I wanted to make this video was because I wanted to hear what you guys out there wanted to, what you guys thought of it, and feel free to launch a discussion about it in the comments because I want to hear what other people think about this. My brother also watched it. I know a few other people have watched it, so that's what made me get into watching it. So I'm not really going to go over the premise as much because most of you should know what it's about, because obviously this show is the type of show you need to watch to understand, because it's a million different things happen, so it's extremely hard to explain. But I just want to tell you guys that main point: people going from Australia to Los Angeles crash on a mysterious island in the South Pacific, and a lot of crazy things happen. I'm gonna probably be going over most of the characters, I'd say. Yeah. So I'm gonna be going over the cast. So the main character, Jack Shephard, spinal surgeon. I really liked him. I really liked him, and he was really intriguing because he was like the good guy, pretty much. If you were to say that, he was mainly the good guy throughout the show. There was always someone who's like, there's always other people like of the survivors that were possibly bad guys. So he was one of those guys that never really became like a bad guy. It was really interesting, his backstory. I kind of liked his backstory. But I don't know, him being an alcoholic was kind of interesting. Obviously his father was, but him being an alcoholic was interesting, but I thought he would be one of the few people that would have because pretty much everyone had something wrong with them, but, I get it makes sense because when you think about it, at the end of the show, pretty much everyone from what I thought of it, that like what Richard says, that this place is kind of like hell in a way. It's for all those people with troubles and stuff to go there and to make right what that they did wrong. And Jack Shephard certainly did that with helping all those people and being the leader for them. Then there's Kate Austin. I honestly, I know a lot of people, I guess I liked her, sorta, but I know there are a lot of people that really liked her. I was okay on her, I guess. But her having Aaron as the kid was, I didn't really know what to think about that, but I was really disappointed that Claire abandoned the baby. I thought that I really didn't like that part, that she abandoned Aaron, and then I really didn't like Claire. Like, I honestly never liked her, even when she was sane, I didn't like her, but she abandoned her child, and then she like spazzes out. She's like, I want it back. You abandoned it, girl. You shouldn't be spazzing out about that. Michael, I liked. I didn't. He was okay at first, but then the stuff he did with others and betraying everyone and killing. He didn't need to kill Ana Lucia. He didn't need to kill. He didn't need to kill Libby. Well, obviously Libby was an accident. Ana Lucia was on purpose. I don't really know. Walt, because I thought Walt and Michael, they weren't even in the last episode with the reunion at the end. They should have been in the reunion, I thought, but I don't know. Then there's John Locke. I liked him almost the entire time. I hated that he died. I didn't like that he died at the end. I mean, like, he died in the regular world, and then I obviously didn't like him when the black smoke was possessing him. I obviously didn't like that, but it did cause for an extremely dramatic and epic final battle that Jack and John had. But because the thing was, because Jack and John, they're always like banging heads with each other on who was the leader, because John Locke wanted it his way, and then Jack had his own way of doing things. So I thought that was really good, but I honestly I thought it'd be more intriguing if it was Ben Linus versus Jack, maybe. But then again, Ben Linus isn't a fighter. He's just a leader and tells people he's a good leader at telling people what to do, and is extremely manipulative. John and Jack are much more violent, so I guess that's why it was a good battle. Then Sawyer, I love Sawyer. Oh my god, he's hilarious. Hurley, I liked. The thing with the number, I kind of liked the number thing. It was okay. But I actually really liked Boone. I wish they didn't kill him off so early. I didn't really like that, but Shannon didn't like her. She was a snob, and no one really liked her besides Sayid and Boone. Then there's Ana Lucia. I didn't like her. She was really cocky and sassy. I didn't really like that. Sayid, a lot of people hate Sayid, obviously, because he's very torturous and violent, but I actually liked him because he was a very intriguing character, and I thought it was extremely interesting. Jin and Sun, I didn't really like them all that much. Sun, it was really fitting yet sad that they died on the submarine, but I mean, they weren't, like, Jin was more important. I'd say Jin was more important than Sun, in my opinion, but I mean, I was still disappointed that they both died. Then Juliet, I thought she was okay, kind of annoying. Ben Linus, he was an extremely good bad guy. He caused you to hate him the whole time. I don't know anyone who's like, I loved Ben Linus. Ben Linus was amazing. So he was a really good bad guy, extremely manipulative, so that was good. Then there's Charlie. Never really liked him that much. It was obviously really sad when he died, and Desmond had to watch him. Desmond, at the beginning, I despised him, but he grew on me because his accent was awesome, and one of my favorite lines was, okay, let me think of the context. Okay, so, Faraday's mom, the same person who told her, Faraday's mom told him, the island's not done with you. He's like, the island's not done with me? Well, I'm done with the island. I love that part. Yeah, that wasn't even a good accent, but still, I just love that line. Another line I like is, "Don't tell me what I can't do." That is a great line, and honestly, surprisingly, there's a lot of life lessons you can learn in Lost. So I thought that was really cool. Then who else is another important character? Who else? Okay, sorry. Then there's Faraday. I liked him. A lot of people didn't like him because he was kind of weird. Miles, I didn't like at all. I didn't like at all at first, but he got his sarcastic humor grew on me, and I kind of liked him in the end. Honestly, I'd say the most boring season was probably the Hatch, because I mean the every 108 minutes thing was just, I don't know. It was kind of redundant. That went way too long. Oh yeah, speaking of which, Echo, I loved Echo. I don't think he should have died by the smoke, because he's the one who stood up to the smoke. I don't think the smoke should have killed him. I think he should have died another way, because honestly, he was not the most important character, but I still really liked him, and he was so awesome. Okay, now we're almost done with the main people. Then there's Richard. I loved Richard, actually. His backstory was really amazing, and I just thought it was so cool to see that he was there for like 500 years and never aged that entire time. Then there's Charles Widmore. Charles Widmore, he was an interesting one. That's what made it interesting, because because they're in a way like three teams almost. There was the survivors with Jack and John and Sawyer and stuff. Then there's the others with Ben Linus, and then there's Charles Widmore. So you could think any side was the bad guy. Majority of the people thought the survivors were the good guys, but you could spin it that they're the bad guys if you wanted to. So that's what I liked about that. Penny, I liked Penny, I guess. She was important to the story, but not an important character, if you get what I mean. So that's what I really liked. Who else? Obviously, the end with Jack just laying there with Vincent is so sad. I've cried every single time. I know I'm such a baby, but still, I've cried every single time. I've watched that last scene like 3 times. Cried every time. Vincent, I'm actually so happy that he survived the whole time. I thought that was really cool. Bernard and Rose. I kind of liked Bernard. Rose, I liked at first, but then she got kind of mean to Bernard, so I didn't really like that as much. But, obviously, there are way more people, like Frank. I liked Frank. He was cool. So there were so many people. Ethan was extremely creepy. But, yeah, so I might make a follow-up video. Just leave in the comments stuff that you think that I should elaborate more on. Because I probably am missing a lot of content, because Lost isn't something you can just make a 15-minute video on. You could discuss Lost for hours and hours upon end. So leave your comments on what your thoughts were on what I said or what I didn't say. I just went over the characters, so maybe I'll go over key events another time. I don't really know, but yeah, guys, so leave your comments, and I'll see you guys some other time. Peace out.